Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Good to see you, Corby.
Yes, nice to see you, Cindy.
so, so do tell us, what is your company name?
I'm from Radiant Core Solutions, and I'm co-hosting with yourself, who are from,
Explore EFT.
yes. So we are excited to bring you an update on our program
Yes.
and what it might do for you. So we thought maybe, Cindy, how did you find EFT? Like, how did it come into your life?
Well, a few years ago, I was struggling with health issues, relationship issues, anxiety, frustration, and I was at my wit's end. And after having spoken with my family doctor, they said, everything is coming back normal. You're just getting older. And so who wants to hear that? So I thought, okay, I have to find something that's going to work. I tried meditation, which got me a certain distance. And then I happened upon this ad that said, are you feeling confused, frustrated? Are you in chronic pain? Do you find you can't lose weight? And it was just like this ad was built specifically for me. So I clicked on it, and the cool thing was it talked about this emotional freedom techniques. And of course, this program was situated in the United States, and it was, I thought, oh, I just can't afford that or do that. And so I thought, is this available in Canada? And well, lo and behold, I found that there was a program available right here in Calgary. So I signed up, and there's no turning back. It was bizarre looking, confusing, yet made sense. I have a nursing background, so the research behind it was really intriguing because I had never heard of anything like this before. And then we got into actually doing the tapping sequence, at which time it opened up this memory of me. It was like one of those weird movies where they go and you shrink back into time. And I was standing there as my 6-year-old self in grade 1 trying to read a line in a book. I was so afraid of the teacher, I couldn't see straight. And I started to cry, and I would get side aches. And I'm sure she wasn't angry, but it could have been anything she said. I probably thought she was yelling at me. And so by tapping on this memory, all of a sudden it felt like this massive weight just lifted off my body, and I could see clearly again. And whatever aches and pains and frustrations or anything that I was holding on to at that particular time vanished.
Mm.
So it's like I couldn't believe it. It was just too bizarre, too out there.
So
But I had to learn more.
Has that been sustainable for you?
It has been so sustainable. Like once I sort of came back to reality, I thought, I got to know more about this. And so then I consequently went into taking level 2, which was another weekend. And then I did a level 3. And then I decided, I've got to know more about this. I want to share this with more people. I want people to understand that we are all so used to hanging on to this bag of stress, but we don't recognize it, or it's just so it becomes such a part of us that you don't know how good you can actually feel once you start to feel good again.
Yeah, we're so used to carrying our stress. Yeah, you're right that we don't even recognize it, that we're carrying it.
Yeah.
Because we don't, when we get rid of it, that's when we feel odd.
And that was the thing. It was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know I could feel this good again.
Yeah.
It was I don't want to say miracle because it's research based.
Yes,
there's
very scientifically evidence.
All sorts of evidence that says what we are actually doing is we are stimulating the parts of our brain and our body to allow the stress, emotions of anger, resentment, fear go. You can actually let them go. Mm-hmm. Instead of just singing the song, let it go, you can actually release and let this stuff go.
Yeah, because a lot of times we think logically we know what we should be doing or how we should let it go, but what happens is we bottle everything up. And if we could think our way out of emotions, we would all read the book and we'd be curious. But we keep wrapping around to something else. So when we know that something else, we're anchored in emotion somewhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what I think would be really cool to show everybody, if you're not familiar about what tapping looks like, and even if you are, just bear with us. We'll show you the tapping points and you'll understand where we're kind of coming from. Like, well, this looks weird and I don't believe that it works. And you don't have to believe that it works. You just do it.
Yeah.
And let your body do the talking.
Yeah. So, and like say, when we look at the things that are happening on the news right now, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of anxiety, especially over the shootings and that. So parents get on edge and you can feel that in your body. So when you start to feel that stress, you know, you can meditate, you can do yoga, or you can do some tapping in any combination of, you know, it's a great thing with everything. So if you use the side of your hand, and it doesn't matter what side, or how many fingers, or however you want to tap. This is called tapping here now. So we're tapping on the meridian points in the body. So as you're starting to tap, I want, you know, you just notice, tune into your body. What am I feeling? What stresses of the day are going on? What are my thoughts? So as you're tapping around, you go to that. And then you do the eyebrow points, right where your eyebrow kind of joins up. Yeah, and you tap on that. It can be one hand or the other hand or both hands, or be creative like Cindy's doing. And then we
efficient.
Yeah, efficient. Then we tap on the side of the eyes, on the bony part, and then also underneath the eye is on the bony part also. Again, you can do one hand, two hands, other, doesn't matter. It all works the same. Underneath the nose, these are all meridian points that, as if you would have acupuncture instead of needles, we're using acupressure. Under the chin, in the divot of your chin there, some points you might feel more relief, others you may not. The next one is you find your collarbone, and kind of where it makes that little L shape, and just below there's a big meaty part there, and that's where you want to hit, and you want to make sure it's fairly firm. And as you're doing it, you can take a deep breath, start feeling your body release. And then the next one, which is the weird one, is you go underneath your arm, mid body. Yeah, it seems weird, but that's a big meridian point there. And then the last one is on the top of the head, and that's where our meridians join. And you can tap anywhere, kind of all along there. And then once you're done, just take a breath. And just notice how you're feeling, what's shifted for you. Sometimes it might take a couple rounds. Usually what we find is when people are learning, they're so concentrated on trying to get the right tapping points, you forget what your body's doing. So just do a couple rounds that you can ease, and just do deep breathing with it. And that's a great way to relax and regulate your system.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong way of doing it. If you miss a spot, it doesn't matter. Your body is very forgiving, and it's just saying thank you for giving me this attention, because I'm really tired of holding on to all this stuff.
Yeah, so, and that's a great segue. So if you're tired of holding on to all this stuff, and you've tried other things and tried affirmations, but you keep getting stuck in the same spot, come join us on March 23rd, 24th, 25th in Calgary. We are bringing in Nancy Forrester from the NEFTI Institute, the National Emotional Freedom Techniques Training Institute, and we're co-hosting. So it's going to be a great weekend, 3 days intensive. We're full days, full on, and you will not regret coming in. So if
you get to do some practicing, and it's just amazing the things that you can just release there. Yeah. And leave feeling like you just left the spa.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, check us out at www.radiantcoresolutions.com. Register, or if you have questions, you can contact Cindy or myself through our websites. Yours is www.
Yeah, it's not a great website. Just email me.
Email Cindy.
Cindy BM, yes, bowel movement, at shaw.ca.
All right, we look forward to answering any questions or comment below. We'll get back to you, or direct message us, whatever we need to do to help you out. It's a wonderful experience. And if you want to feel creative and happy and joy again, come join us.
Yes, absolutely. Hope to see you there. We'll have a great time. Honestly, it's a really wonderful program.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye.